What's going on, runners? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. For all my new subscribers, thank you guys for tuning in and subscribing. Please like, share, and comment. Like, share, subscribe, whatever. Do all that good YouTube stuff. So let's go ahead and get right into it. No updates. I don't have really any updates just because there's nothing going on. I hear the freight market's getting a little bit better. I don't know. Comment below, let me know if that's a thing. I've seen a couple videos about it, but I don't know. So I really want to kind of get into this. As you see, I'm here in this home gym that my brother made. We need to talk about health and mental health while we're out here on these roads. For my new truckers getting ready to get into this trucking, if you're at a Swift Academy, a Squires Academy for night, Prime, getting ready to start your trucking career, your OTR career, I want you to understand this. It's hard. It's going to be hard to maintain a healthy lifestyle without determination, without focus, without drive. And let me explain why that is. Because when you're out on the road, think about it like this. When you're home right now, you can go and run to McDonald's, right? Run to McDonald's, come back. Well, as a trucker, you don't have that option just to kind of like go when you want and come back. Or go, oh, I'm not going to go to McDonald's. I'm going to go to Luna Grill, or I'm going to go to Panera or something like that. You don't always have those options. So for us, when we get ready to go out here on these roads, you go to a Love's, you go to a Pilot, 1-9, which is pretty much the same thing. You go to these truck stops, and these truck stops have Carl's Jr., they have McDonald's at some of them, they have Wendy's, Arby's, Pizza Hut, Subway. There's a lot of options to choose from. We're always going to choose the bad option. A good chunk of us are. Now, I'm not saying that getting a Carl's Jr. burger, getting a McDonald's burger isn't bad, but just think about the time frames that you get it and the conditions that we're eating them in. You can go and get a Carl's Jr. burger right now and then probably go to the gym and work out. For the most part, if you're driving 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day, it's exhausting. You want to eat, you want to lay down, go to sleep because you got to get up early because you got to make it to your delivery on time. That's how this game works. So we end up falling into the trap of, okay, well, I'm going to just eat this burger. I'm going to eat all these Subway sandwiches, or I'm going to eat all this. Like, very few places I know have Mexican food. I know a couple mom and pop ones. If you go up to 90, if you go up to 5, there's a lot of Indian restaurants. They got their curries and stuff like that. There's that. But we always fall into the trap of eating the bullshit. So just keep it real. And we have to change that because too many truckers are dying. Too many truckers are having, especially for us African Americans, we're predisposed to having diabetes, heart disease, and we don't do ourselves justice, right? We drink energy drinks. Everybody drinks energy drinks. Not everybody, but a good chunk of truck drivers drink energy drinks because we got to stay awake. It helps us stay awake. Smokers, a lot of truck drivers smoke and energy drinks and bad food. Like, it's just bad for you. I mean, full disclosure, I have my kidney issues. I'm assuming maybe from my time in the military, and I've been kind of teetering back and forth with this pre-diabetes and high blood pressure. And just to also give you full disclosure, because I want to show respect to this side of trucking, when I started with Swift back in 2021, from 2021 to June of 2022, my blood pressure, everything skyrocketed because I was going to these truck stops, eating all this BS, eating all the like in the military they say lickies and chewies, all the snacks, all of the energy drinks, all the stuff, and I'm not a smoker, but all those things, and I ended up gaining weight. I ended up not exercising. Now remember, before I joined Swift, I was working for FedEx as a delivery driver, so I was always moving. And then I was at the State Police Academy in New Mexico, so I was always working out, always making this happen, not making this happen. I'm sorry, exercising. So it was a little bit more regulated. Like my body was a little bit more regulated. Now I go from that to just sitting behind the wheel for 8 hours, just doing this too and all that. Like it's all bad. So all my numbers just flipped. Once I got with McLean, all my numbers dropped because now I'm moving, I'm lifting, I'm working for 12 hours a day, 11 hours a day. Like I'm just humping. That exercise works. I was too tired to really do anything else, but all my numbers went down. So respect to those local drivers that are out there doing that, because health wise, they're healthier than a lot of us OTR guys. Now I know there's a select few of us out there that make it happen, and I know there's probably a couple of truck channels that where they're working out next to their truck and stuff like that, and praise to them, man, because to be honest with you, I don't have that determination and drive when I'm over the road. I want to get to my destination, especially being a reefer driver. I want to get to my destination, and I want to get there on time. And when I'm tired of driving, I just want a fat ass cheeseburger. And that's bad on me. So we have to make sure that we're trying to pick the best options. Now I know in a lot of these Loves and these Pilots, they do have pineapples, grapes, and stuff like that, and those are also good. But also when you make your Walmart runs, try to get more vegetables than you get chips and energy drinks and stuff like that. And energy drinks are bad, but they help. So I don't know, try to drink black coffee if you can. Take all that sugar out, because remember, we're not moving. The circulation in our body it's not the same as somebody that's getting up and moving all the time. We're sitting here, everything pulls. Just kind of like when you're in an airplane and you're sitting in an airplane for 8 hours, everything just kind of pulls right here. Nothing's circulating, nothing's moving like it's supposed to anyway. So we gotta pick those better options. And if you guys know any better options or know any places on the road that have better food or anything like that, put them in the comment section below. That way other people know where to stop, whether it's on the 40, the 80, the 5, the 10, the 15, wherever it is. Let people know. So we gotta pick better options, because we don't need to lose truck drivers. People haven't, because think about it. I read a story about a truck driver that had a heart attack when he was in his truck, and they didn't find him for a few days, because remember, we're out there by ourselves, and we want to make sure that we make it back home at the end of the day. Nobody wants to die alone. Nobody should go out like that man had to go out. So watch each other's backs. Maybe have your family help you make a meal plan. Get with a nutritionist, make you a meal plan, because we got to be healthy out. Because if we move America, we can't move America if we can't move ourselves. Does that make sense? So I found some healthier options. Like when I'm on the 10 and I'm heading to Phoenix, I'll go and stop at the Walmart in Coachella, or right before Coachella, and I'll go and grab some mango slices, an apple, something like that. I try to eat, again, this isn't the best, but like I'll go to Popeyes and get the blackened chicken instead of like the fried chicken. And then I try to really cut back on my soda consumption, but that Coke Zero, I don't know, something about that Coke Zero. So there's that. And this also plays into like the mental health portion. Understand this, especially, and I'm talking to you new guys coming in. This is a lonely job. Unless you were coming with a spouse, unless you were coming with a pet, this is a very, very, very lonely job. Oh, side note, always hydrate. You're sitting in that cab for hours. Hydrate. Not soda, hydrate. But anyway, unless you're coming with a partner, a dog, your child, it is a lonely, lonely job out there. We're alone. The only interaction that we have really is with dispatch or other truckers in the fuel island or at Pilots or Flying J's. Please make sure that your family is okay with the job that you're getting ready to do. And family, I mean your mom, your dad, your kids, your significant other, whoever, because you don't want to go out on the road and have a problem and you're stuck in the middle of, nowhere, Colorado, with barely any cell service and no way to get to an airport, and you got a load that you got to drop. It's not gonna be good. it can really fuck up your money if you can't be out. I'm sorry to cuss as much as I have been, but it can really mess up your money if you can't be out on the road because you're dealing with stuff back home. You know, if you can't be gone for, like I said in one of my last videos, you got to be gone for at least 2 weeks for your paycheck to even make sense. 3 weeks at a time, 2 weeks, 3 weeks at a time, like that's a lot. And you don't want to go out and worry about what your kids are doing, what mama's doing at home, what papa's doing at home. You know, is there somebody else calling? You know, is your kids calling somebody else daddy or mama? Like that's that's stressful. You know, so make sure your home life is straight. Make sure you have a goal. If you have a goal, it'll make being out on the road a lot better. If you're just driving to drive because you love driving, if your bills are paid and you can afford to do that, hey, this is the perfect job for you, right? But if you are struggling and you're trying to pay your bills and you're trying to do all this other stuff, like it's gonna be hard. So make sure your affairs are in order, as much as they can be, because you want to hustle and you want to make the best amount of money that you can. So have a plan, have your affairs in order, and know this. And for you new people, understand this: you have to drive with a company. They want at least 6 months of experience. But if you're letting a company pay for you, like a Swift, Knight, whatever, they want at least a year out of you. So plan for at least a year to run as hard as you can, because if not, you're gonna have to pay that money back, and that eats into your own profit at the end of the day. So understand, for a year you're gonna be out running. Then after that, hopefully you've networked and you've made some good connections. You can leave this shit and the OTR stuff, or get into a different line of business, or go to a different company, get your endorsements, drop fuel that makes all this money. But that's besides the point. Have a plan while you're out here on the road. Make sure your family is okay with it. Also, I know we run. There's people that run super hard. They'll run recaps, and if you don't know what recaps are, you're basically driving on recovered time that you didn't use the previous week. But there are people that are running on recaps. There are people that just run super hard, only do their 34-hour reset, run hard. I'm going to tell you right now, stop it. If you're young, stop. Run as hard as you can, but then take a break. Go and explore. I'm sorry for that noise, whatever that was. But if you're young, stop it. Stop the truck and get out. Go explore. Go explore wherever you're at. Get out of that truck. Get out, away from dispatch. Get away from the load. Don't run away from the load. But like, get out and get away. If you're driving through Vegas, maybe stop at a terminal, stop at a truck stop in Vegas, and just get out and walk through the casinos. Get out and walk. If you're up in the Pacific Northwest, up in like Washington State or something like that, get out and go hike a trail if you have time. Go to a mall, go to a movie, something. But if you stay behind the wheel of this truck for hours and hours and hours, all you do is sleep, lay down, get up, sleep, lay down, get up, sleep, lay down, get up, drive, sleep, drive, sleep, drive, sleep, drive. Like, it's gonna wear on your brain, and then you're gonna wonder, why are you out here doing this? Then you're gonna be like, shoot, the money is not making sense for the time that listen. Very few jobs will give you the opportunity to go explore and see something different if you've never gotten out of the city that you came from. Take this opportunity. My OTR guys I'm talking to, take this opportunity and go and explore where you go. If you have time, you get stopped in Arizona, I get it, it's a desert. Go to a movie, go to a mall, go to a club. If you get stopped on the weekend somewhere, right, go see something different. You go to Texas, I don't know what there, I don't drive in Texas, but I don't know what there is to do in Texas, but go do that. And truckers, if you're on here, put comments below the things that you guys like to do the most. That way the new drivers that are subscribed to the channel can see, maybe I can go do this, go do this, go do this. If you're in Colorado and it's the winter time, if you got the paper, rent a car and go snowboarding, go skiing, something. But you got to decompress from the truck, because yes, driving is fun, and yes, I love driving and I love seeing new things, but being behind that wheel after a while sometimes is mind numbing, especially at night. Excuse me. So don't let trucking be your identity. Just let it be a job, or maybe a career, because there's a difference, that you want to enjoy. But make sure, like I said, your family's on board with it, whoever it is. Make sure your finances are okay. Make sure you have a plan, something. Make sure you have an exit strategy just in case you lose your license. There's something stupid, whatever it is. But being in that truck is just days and days and days and days and days on end. I'm just hardcore trucking. Man, that is out. That's over with. Especially now in the social media era. OG truckers that didn't have a MySpace, Instagram, any social, they just had a phone. They can do it. They are built that way to go out and converse in the population, go to bars and stuff like that. A lot of the new generation, I'm in that in between. So I'm an '86 baby, so I got everything when it was brand new, but I'm still young enough to still have those kind of communicative skills. I guess that'd be the word. I'm sorry if I botched that up. But in this social media day and age and stuff like that, you'll have a real FOMO in this truck, and it can drive you crazy and make you wonder why you're doing it. Like, there's people that'll get out that truck and just leave it. Like, hey, this is not for me. I'll Uber to the airport. Y'all can come get your shit and come get the load and stuff. Like, don't be that person. Okay? If you need therapy, go talk to a therapist. I used to didn't like talking to a therapist, and then I started talking to a therapist, and you know, it kind of helps. Sometimes you can vent to somebody that's not going to judge you, or that's not going to look at you like you're crazy or anything like that. They don't need to understand you. They just need to understand the issues that you're going through. So when you're home on home time, try not to talk about trucking. Just be home time, enjoy your kids. If I'm just being real with you, don't do the 34-hour reset. I'm sorry if it's gonna fuck up your money. Do at least 3 days. If you can be home Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then go back out Monday, perfect. Because if you think about it, you on the road for 3 weeks, but you come home for 2 days. Like, come on. Let's be for real. Again, if you don't have a family or a real heavy social life, that's fine. But let's just be for real. 3 weeks for 2 days, no. If you go home for 3 weeks, sorry, that was my daughter calling. If you go home for 3 weeks, then, stay home for longer than that. But I gotta let you guys go because I gotta go wash this girl's hair, and then I gotta get out here to get my workout on. But remember, healthy eating habits, check your mental health, always have somebody to talk to. Get out of that truck and touch some damn grass and all that beautiful stuff. But runners, greatly appreciate you guys again. Love, peace, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Stay positive, okay?